See what those say? It says pyramids and ziggurats.
Yeah.
How many words do you know sound like ziggurat?
Only one.
What if we're not actually living in the year 2026, but the year 1729? It sounds impossible. But according to one theory, nearly 300 years of history were never real.
Push back a little, come on. Hey, I can't! I can't! Wow! Watch your head, okay?
This entire life you live is just a show that was set up by a handful of families. This finna be the deepest video you've seen all year. They just want to control everything you do so that they stay in power.
Welcome back to the Wizard's Fish. Not going to waste any time, just going to jump straight into things, so viewer discretion is advised, and everything that you see in here is for entertainment purposes only. Let's get into it.
Canada is literally on fire today, and not enough people are talking about it. More than 830 wildfires, according to latest weather reports, are currently ravaging rural parts of Canada. This video was taken in northern Ontario of someone fleeing fires behind them on a small boat in a river or a lake. In the past 24 hours, authorities say 23 plus new wildfires appeared across Canada. And the only reason many Americans know this is even happening is because if you live in Midwestern states or in the Northeast, wildfire smoke is impacting your air quality. It is extremely hazardous in places like Michigan, Wisconsin. New York was practically orange for times yesterday. There are even concerns about the World Cup final, given the air quality that will be presented as a result of the winds pushing the smoke down into the United States. In Canada, this is absolutely horrific. And if you live anywhere near the fires, I am praying for you truly. We need to keep talking about this because the Canadians need the world's support in this moment. Follow for more.
Last summer and the summer before, it was like non-stop wildfires in Alberta. The air quality was so bad, like it made me nauseous and sick multiple times. It was brutal. I'm actually surprised this year it's been pretty decent.
See what those say? It says pyramids and ziggurats.
Yeah.
How many words do you know sound like ziggurat?
Only one.
Only one.
Cigarette.
Isn't that fascinating?
Interesting.
Now look at that. Those pyramids and those ziggurats are where they were sacrificing people.
Wow.
That's a human sacrificial portal. Look at all the cigarette companies, bro. Why do you think the old Marlboro logo emphasizes the A? See the pyramid?
Wow.
That's what they are doing. It's kill the human, sacrifice their blood at the top of the ziggurat or the pyramid, drain the blood, offer it to the demon god, eat the flesh on the bottom left, and then the bottom right, gain sacred knowledge.
Wow.
That's what that is. See the roly paper right there? What is that called? Why do you think they call it that? That's the roly paper that you roll cigarettes and weed in. It's called zigzag paper.
Wow.
Zigzag because of the ziggurat. That's where we get the word ziggurat. And then look, skull, and then pyramid. Look, scroll over. It says pyramid. Look, Kingston, pyramid. Salem is Jerusalem, whole nother thing.
Yeah.
Petra is also a place where there was structures. Cool is the ancient derivation for ghoul. Keep going over. Misty are the mystics that ran the pyramids.
Wow.
Corso, again, pyramid. Go down. You can see this one. Black, again, pyramid. Kingston, Parliament, pyramid. They're all pyramids.
Yeah.
Scroll up, scroll up. Look at that. It ain't about the camel, bro. It's about the pyramids in the background.
Interesting.
Wow. Yeah, I see that right here.
Look at the Marlboro logo. The pack even opens up the top of the pack and you lift off the top of the pyramid, just to show the uncompleted Tower of Babel.
So then are cigarettes basically like a mass human sacrifice ritual?
Yes, absolutely.
Interesting.
If you're smoking cigarettes, you're a burned offering.
And this is the teaching that the Truman Show hides in plain sight.
What the? Nah, you don't find this suspicious? Follow me down this rabbit hole.
Truman's awakening begins when a star labeled Sirius falls from the sky between two pillars. Then there's the dome, the staircase, the all-seeing eye, and the grand architect. One of the Rothschilds was even a producer on the film.
Why?
So the question is, what message is being encoded here? First, we need to understand Gnosticism. In Gnostic cosmology, the material world isn't created by the true God.
What?
Instead, it's a prison created by a false deity called the Demiurge.
The what? A dragon?
According to this belief, the Demiurge traps divine souls in matter, keeping them ignorant through deception and control. The uninitiated live in ignorance, controlled by false narratives and false gods. A fabricated dome world. He's kept ignorant of true reality. In Gnostic terms, he represents the divine spark trapped in matter. Christoph, meaning of Christ, sits in a lunar command center, controlling everything like a god. He believes he's benevolent and is giving Truman a chance to live a good life. So the Demiurge also believes his prison is paradise. She's the one trying to wake Truman up, breaking the rules to tell him that his world isn't real and he has to get out. Then there's Marlin,
This nigga.
his best friend who appears with beer every time Truman questions reality.
Mother.
In Gnosticism, the Archons use intoxication and distraction to keep souls asleep and compliant.
Not spirit.
Truman's journey to break through the dome is the journey from illusion to reality. Another symbol used in The Truman Show is one we have all become much too familiar with. It's the Eye of Horus from ancient Egypt. It's the third eye of enlightenment, the pineal gland. It's the eye that looks at you through your phone's camera. And of course, what appears on the back of the dollar bill. Truman's programmed fear is water.
Like
His
most
father's
niggas.
staged drowning was created to keep him imprisoned. And what must he do to escape? Sail into Kristoff's storm and experience the drowning he was programmed to fear, a symbolic death and rebirth. After his baptism into the mystery schools, he ascends the Freemasonic staircase of enlightenment.
This is what the elite believe, by the way.
There's 16 total steps, but they are reflected in the water below.
He comes to the wall.
As above, so below. And that makes it 32 steps, with his final step out of the door being the 33rd.
Like the 33rd Mason.
One more layer we need to talk about. You.
Follow me for part 2.
At first, this looked like nothing more than an ordinary university party. Friends were laughing, taking selfies, and recording memories of the night. Everything seemed completely normal until one girl walked toward a strange wall decoration. Seconds later, the camera captured something so disturbing that the clip quickly went viral across social media. The moment she pressed her face against the wall, it didn't behave like an ordinary surface at all. Instead, the wall appeared to stretch around her face, creating the illusion that it was pulling her inside. With every movement, her features twisted into eerie new shapes, making
Clearly not real.
dozens of human faces were trapped inside the wall, silently staring back. At first, many viewers thought the video looked paranormal. Others explained that it was most likely an interactive art installation made from highly elastic material designed to create terrifying optical illusions.
Gross looking.
Knowing the truth doesn't make it any less unsettling. The lifelike faces, the stretching skin, and the haunting expressions make it feel like a scene straight out of a horror movie.
Let me tell you this. Right?
Yeah.
Take of this what you like.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was in bed with a woman, and that's it. That's the end of my story. No, I was in bed with a woman, right? I'm lying on the pillow, and I'm looking at her face, right? Her face turned into what I could only describe as a reptilian.
Oh, listen.
My face went, oh my God. She looks at me and she says, I'm not a reptilian. Boom! Take it, make of that what you will. That's what happened.
I'm just wondering, guys, is it normal for the referees to celebrate with the winning team as well, or is that just Argentina? Watch. Right there. Is that normal? I don't know if you noticed this, but in the live World Cup draw, Argentina were moved with not really any explanation. They just said that they can't be in the path of Spain, yet now Spain and Argentina are in the final. Check this out.
Argentina.
There you go. Ooh, the defending champions, the first South American team to book their spot. Can Argentina now defend the title they won in such thrilling style in Qatar and lift this trophy for a fourth time? We all remember that final, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I hope you do. Thank you.
Well, we have a factor here, Sam, just so you know. The first one, Argentina going to J1. And we skip I because Spain and Argentina, they must be in separate pathways. So Argentina Group J, and they're going to position 1.
Yeah, right. I wonder why Spain and Argentina must be on separate pathways. Is it because the script wanted them in the final? But don't worry, guys. I'm sure it's just all an innocent game of football, although Lionel Messi's boots are packed with cutting-edge performance technology. But hey-ho, you know, I'm sure it's just all an innocent game of football. Clearly nobody would want to manipulate a multi-billion-pound entertainment industry to maximise the profits and keep everyone glued to their screens. That would be absolutely ridiculous, wouldn't it? You know, what do I know? I'm sure it's just all completely organic and completely natural, and there's definitely no financial incentive. This was all just for entertainment, beautiful people. And Hammer's fictional's a dinosaur, baby.
Looks like a dude.
A white woman named Alyssa believes she's married to the real Shia LaBeouf, and the Shia that we see is only a clone. She appears to have recently become Muslim and only started wearing a hijab in April. Now she drives across America visiting energy hotspots and reciting the Quran. And her Instagram literally contains thousands of videos where she records daily messages for her hidden husband.
Hi, Shia. Hi, Shia. It's 4:44 p.m. Hi, Shia. Hi, Shia. It's 10:56. Hi, Shia. Hi, Shia. Hi, Shia. Hi, Shia. It's July 11th, 2026. Hi, Shia. It's 4:52 p.m. Hi, Shia.
She also believes a criminal hacker has attacked her since high school, so she puts alarms on her car doors and windows. The craziest part about all this is that she found Shia.
How are you? Hey, you're scaring my dad. You're scaring my kids.
And in the last video, I thought he was the crazy one.
You hear what I'm saying? God bless you. Leave me alone.
So what do you think? Is she schizophrenic? Or is the real Shia hiding while his clone is out there? Honestly, both seem equally possible.
Or they're both off the rocker.
The old sun is back. The sun that we grew up with. The sun that we had in 2016.
I haven't seen it.
The orange one that's really small. Not like the sun simulator that I will show you guys here in the video.
That's what I had today.
Anyways, just an assessment. I'm not doubting that there's wildfires in Canada. But the sky has also been compromised in other ways, as you guys know, right? If you follow me, you know this, right? Well, I can't help but say it's been a smoke screen all day, and now it's ended, and there's blue sky opening up, and the old sun is back. Anyways, I'm Sammy the Kid with Food Shelter Water on YouTube, reminding you guys that your government is lying to you. The sky is literally the limit. The earth is flat and stationary, and they're spraying us and poisoning us from more fronts than just one. Wake up to truth, because we're all waking up, and if you're not awake, you probably won't survive what's coming.
Apparently, if you take a seed of a plant, put it in your mouth, take it out, and plant it, that plant will produce food containing more vitamins and minerals that you are personally deficient in, based on the biochemistry in your saliva. You might wonder why farmers markets have the best produce, the best fruit, vegetables, and everything else. The reason is that traditionally, this is part of the planting process. Farmers would put seeds in their mouths to moisten them with their saliva before planting them. While some might think this sounds like magic, what it was actually doing was helping the plant understand your specific biochemistry. I believe that over time, this tradition was simply lost in translation.
Shakira is in the Epstein emails. Is it surprising? Not really. Does it mean she's drinking adrenochrome and sacrificing children at the altar of Moloch? No. But it doesn't mean she doesn't. She looks pretty young for 50. Her last big hit was in 2010, and for some reason, she performed at the World Cup a record 6 times and twice at the Super Bowl. How do you keep getting these gigs with just a few hits and average talent? Anyways, let's look at the situation. Boris Nikolic told Epstein that he was with her at the Westin and that he should come, wink wink. Boris makes investments primarily in gene editing and is a friend of Bill Gates, another prominent figure in the Epstein files with the legendary email, "Prepare for pandemics." Now the question is, why would this guy be with Shakira? Maybe he paid for her company. Maybe he charmed her with his swag. Maybe he provides the gene editing tools to keep her young. Maybe it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, it's one big club and we ain't in it. It's a big club. You ain't in it. We already know that they get their marching orders from the same people. Promote vaccines? No problem. Push the climate hoax with the royal family? Of course. Push the sexualization of young women? Yes, whatever you need to keep me in the spotlight. Now, if we know that today's pop stars are here to serve the system, keep us asleep and protect the power structure, why are we still supporting them?
But if people want to say we mishandled the Epstein release, guilty.
You think? Now it's time for accountability.
What in the paranormal activity was happening at a Walgreens in Missouri? And why do I say that? Because viral video clips captured a Walgreens store's electricity just going crazy. A lot of people think that something occurred in the store that had nothing to do with a power issue. Have a look at these videos for yourself. Look at this.
This is bizarre.
It is bizarre. What in the world is going on inside of that store? And why are the lights flickering like that?
Reminds me of like an alien movie or
Here's
something.
another angle of it for you. What in the world is going on with the electricity in this store? There have been many videos where parking lots have done this out of the blue. And some individuals have commented that this does look like paranormal activity going on at that location. But as you can see, frame by frame, different lights come on at different times, but then creating a circular pattern. Have one more look at the video for yourself. Look.
This is bizarre. My
Oh,
camera's
yeah. And this video is not AI generated at all. So I guess my question to you is, what was happening at that Walgreens location in Missouri? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw this. There is a UK female rapper, C China, right? And very recently, she had a horrible near-death experience, nearly lost her life. Nobody showed any concern. Yeah, nobody was concerned about her, checking in on her, making videos about her, not once. But she starts posting about God. She starts posting about finding Jesus, and suddenly there's an uproar. People are now concerned for her mental health and spiritual psychosis. Oh, but let's all ignore the fact that she literally nearly lost her life, horrifically, because she was participating in the devil's world, as we know. Let's ignore that. Let's go after the fact that she's now talking about God, after literally nearly losing her life, by the way. May I point out, most people find God when they nearly lose their lives because that's when we're the closest to him, which is why a lot of people start talking about God. Kind of thought that was a no-brainer, but hey-ho, I'm no longer surprised on a day-to-day basis. Anyway, the response, as per usual, whenever we see someone go to Jesus, is disgusting, cussing her out, making accusations, threatening to never listen to her music again. Are you for real? All this over a carpenter, all this over a man that isn't really God, all this big reaction over somebody with no power, you say. And I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. Something that has continuously confirmed to me that Jesus is the real God is the reaction from people when they see you go over to it. Yesterday, my friend Alex Reads Tarot, who's gone over to Jesus, I looked down her comments and there is a comment from a witch who's got over 100,000 followers, basically saying her life's going to fall apart, and started calling her name. And then I go on her page and lo and behold, what's she preaching? Love and light. Just never fails to astound me. The lack of logic, the blatant hypocrisy, and above all, the rage that comes out when people mention Jesus Christ. And they try to use the Bible as an excuse without ever reading it, by the way. Oh, the claims I've heard about the Bible. Oh, Jesus hated women. Sorry. Have you read the Bible? Because that's not what I've said. These reactions aren't normal, and I'm really glad that the enemy is now putting it all out there for people to see. There's no denying it anymore. Two teams spiritually: Jesus or the devil, period. I will stand on that to the bitter end, and I don't care who that upsets, because your reaction to it should tell you everything you need to know. He is the true God.
This man is going viral for placing a Bible in the foundations of his home before the concrete had a chance to harden up. Now, a lot of people would mock this gesture or wonder if it would even make a difference at all whatsoever. But you need to understand this. To this man, the Bible is not just some book, and it's not just some superstition. It's a declaration that his family and his life would be based on the foundation of the Word of God. You see, the Bible says in Psalm that unless the Lord builds the house, those that labor, they labor in vain. So understand this, you don't have to bury a Bible in the foundation of your home to honor God. But the question still remains, what is your life going to be built on? Is it going to be built on the shaky foundation of this world, or is it going to be built on the sure foundation of the Word of God that never changes? As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Let me know in the comments what you think, and for more Christian content like this, follow now.
Boy, look at this shit. 400 meters deep. Is this Atlantis? Whatever it is, I guarantee you, they're living in that shit, and you just don't know. So you better leave. Something might pop out and bite you right on the ass. and you're gonna be mad as a and I'm gonna be like, damn, that's fucked. But you shouldn't be for shit. But I am glad that you got this shit so I can make a video on it, because this shit is not regular degular, it's irregular, dog, and that's crazy work. Look at that shit. 400 meters deep in the ocean. Huh? What the f*** is that? Oh, hell no. I know y'all just saw that big ass worm just float by like that in that video. I know you just saw that shit. I saw it. Big too, because those are buildings, dog. It look like a castle or some shit, and that went by big as a... I'm gonna wait until I see it again. Come on, hurry up, hurry up. That was crazy work. Who filming this shit? You a brave dog. You a brave, you deserve a Martin Medal or some shit. Cause ain't no, it gotta be coming real soon. It gots to be coming real. Ooh, look at that shit. Look at no. Peace.
This kid is using a technique called mental abacus, and it's allowing him to do sums incredibly quickly. Children who train on it learn to visualize an entire abacus inside their head, and then manipulate imaginary beads with their fingers to calculate. The hand movements you can see are real calculations happening in real time. Each finger represents a bead on the abacus, and the thumb acts as the single bead on the upper deck. And it completely bypasses the way that most of us do math. The brain processes the abacus as an image in your head as opposed to numbers and words, using a completely different and much faster part of the brain. At the highest level of competition, trained children can add 15 three-digit numbers in the space of 2 seconds.
Wow.
Felicitaciones. Impresionante. Qué lindo, jovencito, todavía tierno, tiernito nomás. Y te resiste, porque cuando vienen los
Todo, ya te veo.
Tenés acá un poquito socio. Che, mi amor, digo, ¿me miras, por favor?
No, M.
¿Es M? El tuyo es medium. Pero vos siempre... No, fíjalo.
Es una acaparadora.
De todos, de todos.
¡Vale!
Acá estamos, ya estamos. Y primero te agradezco tu presencia. Vamos.
I don't care what anybody offered me. I would never, ever. I don't care how much money or power or whatever. I would no. I'd tell you to shove it.
Haciendo la llevar en la ruta, comer un choripán y me andás a ver, capaz que lo hace con gato muerto.
No sé, ¿qué me dieron? No sé.
Eso que está, Messi. A ver, Messi. Pero que con base de
Pathetic.
Claro, mira. Era ese. Aire, tíralo. Sí, aire. ¡Che, voy, peleamos! ¡Cuidado, a ver, palo!
Viene, Viene la pelota.
¡Ay, se pasó! ¡Pau! ¡Pau! ¡No vale! ¡Pau! ¿Qué pasó? La pelota hay que mirar allá. ¡Gol! ¡Qué buen peleamos! ¡Cuidado, a ver, palo!
Viene la pelota.
¡Ay, se pasó! ¡Pau! ¡Pau! ¡No vale! ¡Pau! ¿Qué pasó? La pelota hay que mirar allá. ¡Gol! ¡Señores, gol! Por la primera la tenemos. Sí. ¡Chum! ¡Ay, penal! No, ¿cómo hay? No. ¿Por qué me mira tanto? No tengan, las cámaras están de aquel lado, no se preocupe. Ahí está, mira jugar. Usted la retira. Juega. Vamos.
Acá no se cobra.
I wonder what they did after the show.
Juega. Vamos.
Acá no se cobra.
La pelota no está en juego, así que no es fútbol.
Yo hago el árbitro, yo soy el árbitro. Usted juegue tranquilo.
Ahí voy yo, le gano la...
Usted juegue tranquilo.
Atención, como dijo Diego Armando, la pelota no se mancha. El pantalón sí que mancha unos cosas.
Soy el arquero, soy el arquero.
¡Juegue, señor! ¡Juegue, señor!
No es Julio, exactamente. Ahí está calentito. Guarda que...
¡Ay!
Al lado del guardo de pasto, Luis.
¿Qué sigue?
¿Para qué lado?
Eso.
No a vos, sino a tus compañeros,
Not even funny.
a tus padres y a toda la gente. Gracias, Messi. El aplauso para él y nos vamos. ¿Charlamos un ratito, bebé? Claro.
What's going on?
They do it here.
I want to think they go to the airport. I don't know what they're doing.
What's going on?
I don't talk to them.
It's law enforcement. What's going on? We can still have a right to know what's going on.
Hey, my God.
Everyone back up. Are you okay?
What are they doing?
Are you okay?
Everyone back up.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
So they're trying to handcuff him and then they just walk away with their hoods up. And that security guard looks like he was in on that's really suspicious. In Vegas, yeah, I'm saying there's definitely something shady going on there in my opinion.
Hey, that's not 5-0. That's not
Those are supposed to be agents. Why did they just get up and walk away? And the TSA agent, oh, they're officers. Where the guy swung at a cameraman. Didn't say, yo, back up, I'm doing an investigation. He swung at the cameraman.
While trying to hide his face.
And TSA's like they're doing their job. I don't think so. That should look like a robbery. Like you were going to hold him behind the thing and take whatever he had and try to rob him and say that you were pretend ICE.
To me, that looked more like, well, either something like that or like extortion or a trafficking situation. I don't know. It's definitely something. That's really strange.
That shit does not make sense to me. Again, how is this making the world safer? Greatest country in America. Oh, but by the way, this is how we treat people randomly throughout the airports. No context. Fake. She had pink handcuffs on her. What the guy had regular handcuffs. She was holding around pink handcuffs. I'm like, what are you, like, did you pull out of your, like, at-home arsenal of what you use in the bedroom? Like, there's so many red flags on this. Like, it went from no mask to no uniform whatsoever. Just random people in the hood trying to hide their face. It looked like a robbery. I don't know. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. That did not fly with me. A lot of that shit was red flag. I'm glad everyone spoke up. See something, say something. Great for you guys. Good job calling it out. And to the people who are advocating for, like, hey, knock this off. Really proud of you guys. Continue doing what you're doing. Because honestly, injustice needs to stop. If you're okay with treating humans this way, then you're not a good person. You're not pro-life. You're not all the things you say you are. You're not a good Christian, this, that, and the third. You're not being any of those things. Because you wouldn't be condoning violence. Anyway, deuces.
These water fountains were by the thousands, and each one was individually made by guilds, distinctively unique in its metallurgy, in its marble, and in its construction, okay? There's a reason for that. Let's deep dive.
And what you wanted from these fountains, they were all done differently, a little bit different in metallurgy. Some of them were encrusted with jewels. These water fountains restructured water itself. I want to keep my population healthy. I'm going to put in 1,000 water fountains. This water fountain is going to be for osteoporosis. We're not having it. This water fountain is for glaucoma. This water fountain is for youth. The fountain of youth. And it's a fountain of youth. We didn't have to go to Ponce de Leon to go look for the fountain of youth. We had them in every city. What happens when this parasitic race comes in and they're like, oh no, we need to make you extremely sick because we need to A, make you sick so you can't think on your feet, and B, we can control you and make you our slaves, and then we can tax you, because tax was a parasitic system put in place. We never had tax. We never needed it.
The official explanation collapses here, because we're not talking about dozens of fountains. We're talking about thousands. In London alone, more than 800 fountains appeared between 1859 and 1879. 20 years, 40 fountains per year, on average. And that's just one city. Multiply that across New York, Philadelphia, Boston, Chicago, then Paris, Berlin, Vienna, Rome, then Melbourne, Sydney, Cape Town, Bombay. The numbers become staggering. Tens of thousands of these elaborate structures, all built within a 50-year window, all funded, supposedly, by charitable donations, all requiring skilled craftsmen, all appearing in cities that were supposedly just beginning to figure out modern water infrastructure. The coordination problem becomes impossible to ignore. Here's where it gets stranger. These fountains required water systems, not simple wells, pressurized municipal water supplies, pipes, pumps, reservoirs, filtration. The very infrastructure, we're told, was still being developed during this period. I found photographs of drinking fountains in remote territories, mining towns in Nevada, frontier settlements in Australia, colonial outposts in India, places that officially didn't even have proper roads, yet somehow had functioning public water fountains with constant flow, serving free fresh water to anyone who needed it. How? Not why, Not when. Not under which municipal authority. But how? How did the infrastructure get there? Where are the records of who built the water mains, who maintained the pressure systems, who ensured water quality, who paid for the constant operation? The documentation is remarkably sparse. What we have instead are photographs, thousands.
A sign of the times, especially when it comes to soft drinks. And why do I say that? Because a woman who recently visited Dollywood in Tennessee was kind of shocked to see that they put QR codes now on the drink cups when you order a specific drink and size. The purpose of doing all this is so that you don't overtake what you didn't pay for. And also, refills are completely out of the question. Have a listen to this for yourself. Listen.
I'm at Dollywood. I got something to drink. The cup has a QR code on it, and you must scan the QR code to activate the lever on the drink. So you scan. Sorry, can you sign her? Oh, I'm sorry. No, you're fine. Thank
See what
you.
just happened right there, right?
Oh my goodness, sorry, you go ahead. Your QR code activates the drink to dispense.
So as you can see from the video, exactly as she pointed out, a QR code, and then you scan to get your time to get your drink. And what I was referring to, you saw what happened in the video.
Yeah, he ripped her off.
Right here, because he didn't have a Dollywood QR code cup, had his own stainless steel cup. He waited for her to scan her QR code, and then he got ice on her time allowed. And as you can see from this frame right here, he's getting water while she lost her time.
I'd be pissed.
Basically, you got to be careful with this, because if someone's standing there waiting for you to tap your QR code, they can do what this individual did. Fortunately, she was very nice about it. I would have been like, yo, you owe me a drink, period, ended. But the bottom line here is, once again, places like Dollywood and other restaurants located around the United States are starting to do the same exact thing. No more free refills, no more taking something you didn't purchase, and no more overfilling your cup. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
Sound will bring dangerous people. A lot of people think that it is the ultimate equalizer in a survival situation. They think the second things go sideways, they can just blast their way out of trouble. The reality is, shots don't just solve problems, they create them. Air is loud. It travels for miles, and after the mindset changes, that sound doesn't mean danger anymore. It means opportunity. To the desperate, to the ruthless, to the kind of people who thrive in chaos, it is an invitation. It says there's food here, there's supplies, and there's someone who might be injured or distracted. And most importantly, there's someone that has something worth taking. After society collapses, you're not just dealing with hungry people. You're dealing with predators. People who've lost whatever thin moral line was holding them back in the first place. If they hear gunfire, they're not running away. They're moving straight towards it. In these situations, you have to ask yourself, is it really worth it? Can the situation be handled differently? Because out there, after everything falls apart, shots are a dinner bell for psychos.
What if we're not actually living in the year 2026, but the year 1729? It sounds impossible. But according to one theory, nearly 300 years of history were never real. Every war, every emperor, every dynasty, everything between parts of the early Middle Ages and today may have been altered, expanded, or completely rewritten. The theory is known as the phantom time hypothesis, and it asks a simple but disturbing question. How do you know what year it really is?
Good point.
Neither was anyone alive today. Everything we know about history comes from records, documents, and timelines handed down to us through generations. According to the theory, powerful rulers may have inserted centuries that never happened, making themselves appear to rule during a more significant era. And that's where things get even stranger, because some researchers have connected this idea to another controversial theory, Tartaria, the supposed lost civilization that some believe once spanned large parts of the world. According to supporters, Tartaria wasn't simply erased from maps, it was erased from history itself. They point to massive architecture, buried buildings, world's fairs, orphaned trains, and entire chapters of history that seem strangely incomplete. What if the missing years weren't added by accident? What if they were inserted to hide the collapse of a forgotten civilization? A civilization whose buildings still stand, but whose story has been replaced.
I don't think I've covered a water main break that has affected this many areas. Stay right on that if you would for a moment, Marcel. Now that's Sunset, right where Palm comes together with Holloway.
Damn.
And that's where the broken water main is. Sunset is going to have to be repaired. They still haven't been able to shut this down. But take a look at this. As we go down Palm Avenue to the south, look at the flow of water. It is huge. It's hitting some of these cars.
You go rafting.
Some of the apartments in this area. Continue to pan south if you would for me, Marcel. Look at the vehicle right there getting hit with so much water coming down Palm. We'll open up and we'll pan down to the left. Now that's Sunset on the north side. That's Palm right there. As we pan left, water flowing down that entire area all the way down to Santa Monica Boulevard. And we have closures on Santa Monica Boulevard as well. Look at all the water that's flowing down onto Santa Monica Boulevard. The closures on Santa Monica are from Westmont to San Vicente.
So it looks like Palm Avenue in West Hollywood is now Hollywood Canal. Leave it to California to transition its streets. No, but seriously, this is due to poor maintenance as a result of poor leadership. But hey, at least all these people have waterfront properties now. Man, all that brown water. Well, at least Hollywood already smelled like shit. But anywho, so the question on my mind is, what's gonna happen when the bill comes for repair? Palisades comes to mind.
What's up, bro? I know it's a hot one. Yo, look what I made. Homemade watermelon popsicles, bro. Yeah. Just got these popsicle molds. Not bad, right? Watermelon, lime, and mint. Is that cooling you down? Hydrating you a little bit? Go slow, don't go freezing that little brain. I know, it's cold. Here, I'll hold it for you. You don't have to use your, come on. You don't have to use your little paws, come on. I'll hold it for you. I'm sure that's cooling you down. It's hot today, man. Here, I'll leave it here. My man. You going all the way up? Bro, you're gonna drop that. Or not. Yo, I went inside for a few minutes. I come back out and look at this guy. He's going to work on this thing. I can't believe you didn't drop it. It's cooling him down, that's for sure. Love to see it.
All heard this man's name before, Joel Osteen, right? So now it's Joel Osteen.
That's weird.
No L in his name. Well, ever since CERN shut off. There are new Mandela effects every day because of this shut off. My timeline, in most of our timelines, it was never Joel Osteen.
I remember with an L, Olsteen. What do you guys remember? I always remember Osteen. That looks strange.
It was always Joel Osteen with an L. I doubt this man changed the spelling of his last name in the middle of his life. Like, nobody does that. I wonder if this means, like, when CERN comes back on in 4 years, that everything's going to be reset to how it used to be? Like the timeline we remember? Because these Mandela effects are getting out of control. They are literally making us think we're all crazy. Like this is some sort of big mass hysteria. As always, thank you for watching. Stay weird.
That looks super dangerous. What if you had to stop in a hurry? What would you do? Man, that's nuts.
The Blue Angels under Pete Hegseth flew dangerously close to a group of people on the beach in Florida, literally near them as they were on the beach. Watch as they react to the Blue Angels. This insane video was captured in Florida, and look, once again, look how close they fly, and look at the people's reactions.
Don't they normally do that, though?
Look at this. Wind blowing everywhere. But if you look even closer, the kids on the beach were covering their ears because of the sound made by the Blue Angels jet. Here's another image of kids literally literally almost being flown away and covering their ears because of the sound. You know what Pete Hegseth says? He says these flyovers are going to, quote, continue until morale increases. So in not saying, oh, Blue Angels, you should maybe not fly so close to people, maybe not blow out their eardrums potentially. No, we're just going to continue doing it, and we're going to continue doing it until, quote, morale increases, whatever the heck that means. As always, spread the word. Full updates on my Substack, linked in bio. Subscribe for free. Follow along to stay up to date on all the news you need to know about. I'll have another update for you soon.
The House just passed a bill to make daylight saving time permanent, and you won't believe the debate it sparked. Some people are celebrating because they hate changing the clocks twice a year. They don't want the government to control our sleep schedule.
Daylight savings time is just a ploy by the government to change the time so that they can just mess with your circadian rhythm. They're just like, yeah, you know what, 1 hour difference, 2 hour difference, so be it. We don't need them to sleep that much. They should sleep in a little bit more. Or maybe they should sleep less. We don't know which one we want to pick. We just want to mess with their circadian rhythm. And here in Arizona, we don't have daylight savings time. We have just our own time zone where we just do what we want. And it's funny because you look at that time change and it doesn't seem like much, but 1 hour from, 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. makes a big difference.
But other people aren't convinced. They think permanent daylight saving time could make winter mornings much darker.
But when you make it permanent and you don't switch back and forth, that means during the fall and winter, when we're in that permanent hour forward, there are many parts of the country that would see the sun rise much later in the morning. It could be as late as 8:39 or even 10 o'clock in some areas, depending on where the location is relative to your time zone.
Where I live, with daylight savings time in the winter, sunrise is usually around like 9:45 in the morning, 10 o'clock. So that means it'll be like 11-ish almost by the time the sun starts coming up, which means it's going to be dark like all the time. There's only like 7 hours roughly of daylight where I live in the wintertime for months. It's crazy. It's like always dark. And then in the summer, it's always light. Like the sky never gets fully dark. It's always... You can always see the sun off in the distance. Well, not the sun, but like the glow from the sun.
The United States already tried and failed at this experiment miserably in 1974. It was supposed to be a 2-year trial, but they ended up stopping it early because once the first winter hit, people were struggling to get to work and getting their kids to school safely, as it was very dark for most of the morning in many parts of the country.
But here's the question only a few people are asking. Why now? Why mess with the time right after the CERN shutdown? Is that just another coincidence? Or
probably not.
There's something more going on.
So no more time changes? Are y'all hearing this? This can actually happen, so y'all pay attention, bruh. The House just voted to make daylight savings time permanent, meaning if this become law, you will not be able to change your clock twice a year no more. Now ask yourself this, why are they pushing this right now? I understand they've been talking about it for years, but what changed? I'm telling y'all, ever since CERN shut down, been going crazy.
What in the world is inside of Eddie's so-called ice cream? And why do I say that? Because a woman took a container of the so-called Eddie's ice cream and left it out so it can defrost like many of us do. She forgot it out overnight, and when she came back to take a look at it the next day, she was in for a surprise as to what was actually inside of the ice cream. Have a look at this video for yourself. Look at this.
I took this out of the freezer the night before, so it's been out for about 36 hours. And look at this. Absolutely disgusting.
Ew.
This is not real ice cream. And my son-in-law will never eat ice cream again.
And I don't actually blame your son-in-law. Take a look at that inside of the ice cream. That is actually oil inside of the ice cream, or so-called ice cream. And you're actually seeing this because companies like Eddie's have changed their formula altogether. They're now adding vegetable oils, coconut oils, and corn syrup to their so-called ice creams. And other ingredients that are going into this to save them cost: whey, gums, and stabilizers. So basically, it's like a science project in a container. And because these so-called ice creams have been reformulated legally, they are no longer allowed to be called ice cream. They are now called frozen dairy desserts. So I guess my question to you is, will you still be eating these types of desserts? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
Don't touch the inside. See? Doesn't close up. See that? However, because of how sensitive a gator's mouth is, even me simply blowing on his tongue is enough to trigger it to close at full force. Great example.
Probably move your hand. Damn, dude, that's so fast.
Like I said, getting bit by an alligator doesn't feel good in the slightest at all. Been there, done that.
Yeah. Get up. Where's that? No.
Looks like Dave.
Oh. Huh? Ignat.
Come on, get on out of there. Here you go. Your eviction notice. Bro, come out. You're gonna look out of there.
Cut all the way down. Watch yourself. Get it way back. We're gonna cut all the way down. Get way back.
I highly doubt he accidentally fell in there. Like, those holes aren't that big. I could see maybe a kid or something falling in, but a full-grown adult?
God damn it. Hey, you can get out now. I'm not doing this shit stuff. Get out. Well, come on, man. Dude, I'm gonna move my motorcycle. I can't. Lean forward like you did before.
Lean forward and come out.
That's nasty.
Hey guys, Jesus Christ. You know what? I'm like. Lean forward. Lean forward. Lean forward. Put your arms out. Get out. Just lean up like you were before. No, other way.
Push it the other way.
Other way. Now
There you
lean
go.
forward. Lean forward. I ain't listening to shit. Lean forward. Put your head to the fucking thing. Listen. No, I'm not listening. Put your head to the thing like you were when you first showed up. Hey, these screws are down. No, they aren't. Lean forward, dog. Listen. I'm not listening. Lean forward like you were before. Now you're just talking now. Listen. No, lean forward. Put your head through the hole. You got to move. The hole. Get there. Hurry up. Bro, come on. Man, the screws are sticking out. So lean forward like you have your head through the first. You got space now. No, you lean. Stick your head through. Put your head through the hole. No, lean your head through the hole, brother. I'm the dump, I'll sit in the middle. That's real smart to say. You can get out of there. There you go. Put that, now take your left arm. Take that left arm, put it straight up. Put it straight up. Look at these fucking screws. Bro, put that arm up. Bro, listen. All you gotta do is catch this thing before it come out. No, you can put your left arm straight up. Listen to me. Left arm straight up. There you go. Now lean forward. Lean forward. Keep leaning. Put it back a little. Come on. Man, I can't. Wow.
We managed to get in there somehow.
Watch your head, okay?
Do you like carry Vicks that you can put under your nose?
Don't move.
Man. That's just asking for trouble. What if you stalled or something? Then what? I used to have to sandblast and coat ships that big, and laying underneath them while they're like on top of big blocks of wood, super scary. I do not recommend it.
This might be one of the craziest pictures I have ever seen, but is it really just a coincidence? This is Messi pictured with Lamine Yamal when he is just a baby, 5 months old. Lamine Yamal is the star player of Spain. He's just 19 years old. People are saying he is the heir to the throne of soccer. He's the next Messi. He's the next Ronaldo, whoever your GOAT is. Now he'll be playing Messi for the first time in the World Cup final. This is the context behind the photo shoot though. So Lamine's parents won a competition to a charity event with a random Barcelona player. They coincidentally got paired with Messi. They did this photo shoot, this bathtub, whatever the heck is going on here at the Barcelona stadium. But this is where things get interesting. 19 years later, of course, they're going to play each other in the World Cup final. It's going to be played on July 19th. Lamine is 19 years old. He has worn the number 19 for Spain and Barca. Messi also has worn the number 19. And people bring up tarot card number 19, which may be a stretch, and I do not believe in tarot cards. I don't think you should get involved in these things whatsoever, but everyone is talking about it right now, so we'll take a look at it. They're saying that this number 19 tarot card has the same sun as the flag of Argentina, and when you look up some of the symbolism behind this tarot card, it says the child of life holds a red flag representing the blood of renewal, while a smiling sun shines down on him representing accomplishment. And I do think that part is a stretch. Regardless of what you think of this conspiracy, nonetheless, this coincidence is actually just insane.
So let me give you a difference between, now it's all going to sound the same, but there's a difference between Satanists, devil worshippers, and Luciferians. What's the difference between the three? All right, get ready for this. Satanists don't even believe Satan exists. They're atheists. They don't believe God exists. They don't believe Satan exists, but they believe in the image and all that Satan represents. So Anton LaVey, who founded the Church of Satan, atheist. Really? The very popular Satanic Temple, atheists. They don't believe any entity exists. Don't believe any God exists. No God, no Satan. But they align themselves with all that Satan represents, because Satan is all about gratifying the flesh. Aleister Crowley had a law. Do what thou wilt. That is the whole of the law. It was the law of Thelema. What Thelema happens to be the Greek word for will in the scripture. When you read that word will in the scripture, Greek word is Thelema. So Aleister Crowley comes up with the law of the will, or the law of Thelema, and that is do what thou will. That is the whole of the law. And Anton LaVey espouses the same thing. Do whatever you feel like doing, because that's what Satan's all about. If you can think of it and you want to do it and you're intrigued and don't crucify your flesh. Don't put your flesh to death. Do whatever you want. A devil worshiper is a theist. They believe in the devil. They believe he exists, and they overtly worship him. And then you have the sneaky ones, the Luciferians. Luciferians believe in wisdom. They believe in enlightenment. Yeah. Their belief system is tied directly to Freemasonry. Yes. There it is. Luciferians actually believe that Lucifer was tried unfairly. Yes. That he should be fully exonerated. He should be given a fair deal, a retry. And so they're only focused on that aspect of him. Well, we know how deceptive that is. This is the devil still doing what the devil does. This is Satan still doing what Satan does. But Luciferians believe, matter of fact, they're offended if you refer to Lucifer as Satan. If you refer to Lucifer as the devil, you shouldn't call him that. That's not his name. He wasn't tried fairly. Was it the, I want to say it was the Rolling Stones. They had a song called Sympathy for the Devil. But see, that's what that's like. It's like sympathy for Lucifer. Give him another shot. God, you weren't fair. Really? I think it's the most dangerous of the three, because you know what you're getting with devil worshippers and Satanists. But Luciferians, they're all about enlightenment. Oh. So, yeah. And then, I mean, I talk about the different monikers that he's given in scripture. Like he's called the tempter. Every additional title he's given tells us father of lies. He's the father. Isn't that interesting? God's the father of light. He's the father of lies. Jesus is the author and finisher of our faith. He's the author of confusion. No originality with him, right? Prince of Peace, Prince of the Power. Come on, man. That's it. That's it. Every moniker, every title, every descriptive term tells us his MO, tells us what he's all about.
People are now hitting flock cameras with their cars as dissent continues to grow nationwide. It's gotten so bad that Flock is now unable to pay for the destroyed cameras to be replaced. One of the areas where vandalism has surged recently is Ashland, Ohio. Investigators revealed that multiple tactics were used. Some camera poles were directly rammed by vehicles, allegedly including dump trucks and semi-trucks, while other units were smashed using a club or baseball bat. Law enforcement is currently trying to use neighboring undamaged flock cameras to track down the vehicles involved in the destruction. These protests are continuing to grow every single day, and it's being chronically underreported. Some of the states include Texas, Georgia, Virginia, and South Carolina, just to name a few. In several states, anti-surveillance activists are putting American flags at the site of the destroyed cameras. And according to recent reports, the surge in destruction is creating a massive financial headache for local governments. While Flock used to replace vandalized cameras for free, they've quietly updated their terms. So now, towns are locked into 100% replacement costs if they don't buy separate, expensive premium insurance packages.
This entire life you live is just a show that was set up by a handful of families. This finna be the deepest video you done seen all year. They just want to control everything you do so that they stay in power. Screenshot this because I'm finna take it off the screen. They start you out by putting you through school to wring out all of your critical thinking and your creativity. John D. Rockefeller said he want a land of workers, not thinkers. And they only want workers so y'all can work on the things that they need y'all to work on to keep them in power without questioning it. If you thinking, you gonna question what you doing. I don't know if the people that run this world care or not, but this is what it looks like when you strip all of the creativity and critical thinking and joy and happiness out of somebody and turn them into a worker. What's even crazier about all of this, all the people in politics are damn near related. The reason why they chose Obama to be the first black president is because he was the only black person that was related to them.
I believe it.
Watch this.
That President Obama and all the presidents before him, with the exception of one, are related and descendants of a former king of England.
No, they are all cousins and they're grandsons of John Lachlan.
Y'all gotta wake up and free yourselves. Just start getting more creative, bro. Produce things from your heart. Learn how to take care of yourself, and you're gonna be alright in the whole shit show.
All right, folks, I'm going to wrap this one up. If you made it to the end, I appreciate you very much, and I'll catch you again in the next one. Peace.